Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Caribbean Medical Supplies, and today my name is Dylan Schultz and I'll be taking you through the unboxing and setup of the MNChip POC M4. So first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna just bust the box open and you're gonna have your MNChip here. Brand new, by the way. Just put it down to the side and then you're gonna get another MNChip packing in this box. Now in this box, you're having a little package list here that says everything that's going to be in the box, which includes your adapter, power card, USB line, and your other information and other stuff that you would need. Now the next thing we're going to do, remove the sponge from the device, or a little protection here. And you can see the MNChip is a very small device. But despite the size, it is efficient and easy to use. And among the results that you're getting from the one sample, you can probably compare this to one of the larger labs that would have the BT1500 or one of those large devices that those large labs would have. So you just take off the plastic from both sides. Just reveal the new fresh baby. Now that we have our MNChip here, we're going to proceed to get our box open. We're going to get our transfer pipette that comes along with your MNChip, 100 microliters and 430 microliters that comes with the machine. This will be needed to do all of your daily operations and testing. You're going to get your wiring and some MNChip accessories. You're going to get a CD disc as well as an extra fan filter for the back of your machine, as well as a printer cable cord. Okay, just put this down to the side. Along with MNChip's POC Analyzer, they provided you with a printer. When you open the printer box, you're going to see that the printer is small, just like the machine, as well as a printer box that comes along with it, with the accessories that you will need to plug in. They would have provided you with one extra free printer paper, your printer cable, and your power card. So let's just put this down to the side. Great. Now, it's important to note that the MNChip only works on 110 voltage supply, so it's going to be from 110 to 220, but it's suggested that 110 power supply is optimal. So just going to plug in here, and we're going to plug this into our power supply. It is also to take note that this should be plugged in on a UPS backup. Considering our power outage and the issues we have in Guyana, having a UPS is very important. So make sure that you plug in your device on a UPS backup. So this part goes into the back of the device here. So you plug in and you switch on, and you see your machine comes on automatically and the display lights up. So for testing on the MNChip POC M4, you will be needing serum. So we have a sample here. We're just gonna spin it down on the centrifuge. You gotta make sure that it's balanced first. You leave this to spin for 8 to 10 minutes, just to make sure that you get the serum separated from the blood effectively. Now with our items and everything prepared, our MNChip is on. This is our main screen. You have our analyze, quality control, our search option here, settings, and our little hub. Now, a part of the MNChip package, you're going to be getting two pipettes. The MNChip 430 microliters, this is for your water. And you're going to also be getting your 100 microliter pipette for your serum. Alright, so working on the MNChip, these are the panels that you're going to be working on. So today we're going to be working on the glucose and lipid panel, and you're going to be able to get triglycerides, cholesterol, HDL, glucose, and GSP. from the one sample. Now when you open the box, you're gonna notice that your kits come in some little cassettes like these. Now we're gonna proceed to actually analyze and test a sample on the MNChip M4. So the first thing you're gonna do is click on Analyze, and you're gonna notice a little scanner comes on the side. Now what you're gonna do, your barcode, you're gonna scan this barcode into the machine. And you see it comes up, determine reagent disk, glucose and lipid. You click yes. And this gives you some instructions on how you're gonna be using this panel. Now for first time users, I would suggest you reading it and just making sure you understand exactly what you have to do so you don't have any issues or errors. Now let's click next. Next. Now what type of sample is it? It's a male sample. And you see your drawer opens. Now I would normally suggest that you prepare your slide before putting it on the cassette or into the machine. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just gonna rip out the side, revealing our reagent disk. Now you're gonna see it has a little red circle here and a silver foil at the bottom. Now the updated panels come with the water inside already, so all you'd have to do is pipette your sample into the disk and test. But for the older models of the kits, you would have to put in your water as well as your sample. Now considering that this is an updated panel, we're gonna just simply remove the silver foil at the bottom like this. We're just gonna put it on the flat surface, and we're gonna get our 100 microliter pipetter for our sample. Put on our tip. Now pipetting is important when it comes to point of care testing, because if you pipette incorrectly, you will not get results. We have our serum here. We're gonna put in our pipette. And we have our serum. Now we're simply gonna put this in at the angle at 45 degrees into our triangle circle, our red circle. It's important to not have any bubbles pipette into the circle while you're pipetting it in. Dispose of our pipette tip. And the next thing we're gonna do, now that we have our serum in, as you can see it, our serum is in the red circle. We're gonna peel off the blue film at the top. Now with the blue film removed, you're gonna notice we have 3 notches in the middle. Now we're gonna have to line up these notches with a notch on our machine. So this will take some practice. You just line it up like this, and you're gonna hear the clicking sound. Now once you hear the clicking sound, you click close. You're gonna ask you, has the blue film been removed? You say yes. Now we're gonna proceed to put in the patient information. Now we're gonna just use test as a name. Okay. Age, let's just say they're 25. ID. Now, depending on the ID that you have in your lab, we're just gonna put this as 01. Next. Now they're gonna ask you what department it's in. Now this is internal medicine, but it's a outpatient. Next, and you get your results in 11 minutes. Now, let's just say we want to go search for a result that we would have tested before. We click on the search option, click on patient, and we can either search via the ID or the date we would have tested the result, the sample. Now we click on the date that we have there, we click search, our result comes up, we click on the result, and then we click on export, print, and we have our results available.